This is collection THX1138. Today I'd like to share with you the 2002 Milton Bradley Star Wars Jedi Unleashed board game. It was released in support of Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. It captures the action of the battle in the Geonosis arena. It's a fast-paced game with dice and tokens on a board with spaces and zones that captures the feel of the battle in the Geonosis arena between the Jedi, Geonosian Warriors, battle droids, Jango Fett, and Count Dooku. Jedi can also attempt to ride the Reek to destroy more enemies at once. The object is to defeat the most enemy creatures by the time Yoda reaches Geonosis arena, as determined by the roll of the die, and it's a game all ages can have fun playing. This is what the colorful game board looks like before you place anything on it. This is how the Jedi Unleashed board game battle arena is set up. There's 33 battle droid tokens. They have an illustration of a super battle droid along with 2 regular battle droids. 19 Geonosian Warriors, the Reek that Jedi can ride in battle. 18 named Jedi that are keyed with numbers, including Padme Amidala for the purpose of the board game. And Jango Fett and Count Dooku, who can eliminate Jedi with one hit. In a 2-player game, you also start with 6 Jedi cards for each player. I organized them by numbers, but you can move them in any order. Player 1's 6 Jedi include Padme Amidala for the purposes of this board game, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Anakin Skywalker, SS-18, Plo Koon, and Kit Fisto. Player 2's Jedi lineup includes Mace Windu, Shaq T, Coleman Trebor, Barra Sophie, Nikto Jedi, and Ki-Adi-Mundi. The player with the lowest Jedi number starts the game. In this case, Padme Amidala is number 1. So ladies first. On your turn, you can move one Jedi up to 6 spaces. She has a clear path to move the full amount to these Geonosian warriors. The square she ends up next to is adjacent to both of these warriors that she can attack. As part of her turn, she can roll the white Jedi attack die. She declares which Geonosian warrior to attack. Now I actually did roll the dice throughout the game, but I placed them where you can see the results. And in this case, she rolls one of the 4 Jedi lightsaber icons. That indicates a hit. She scores 1 point for her team and places the Geonosian warrior token next to her card. Since she hit, she gets to roll the die again. She successfully destroys the other Geonosian warrior. So player 1 is up 2-0. His turn is over because Padme cannot attack anymore. So player 2 chooses to move Mace Windu 1 space, adjacent to 2 more Geonosian warriors. He rolls and successfully hits the first one, and now the score is 2-1. He rolls again and scores another hit. Now the score is tied. Player 1 moves SS-18 1 space in between 2 battle droids. He rolls one of the 2 Yoda icons on the Jedi attack die, thereby missing. So he moves the Yoda token 1 space towards landing on Geonosis. It's 15 spaces total, and when he does, the battle ends. And so does the game. The winner is a player whose Jedi have defeated the most enemies. But the Jedi have to be alive or wounded. Instead of moving and attacking with the Jedi on his turn, player number 2 elects to attack SS-18 with a battle droid. He rolls the black attack die, and it comes up with a hit. So player number 1 taps SS-18's Jedi card, turns it around to show that he's wounded. Player 2 ends his turn, and SS-18 strikes back. He takes the battle droid token, puts it next to his card, and now player number 1 is up 3-2. After that successful attack, he destroys the other battle droid. Now player number 1 is up 4-2. So you can see that the speed and simplicity of the game design captures a feel of the battle from the Attack of the Clones movie. Player number 2 decides to move the Reek instead of one of his Jedi. So he rolls the red die. It says go, forward, or backwards. So he moves the Reek forward 1 zone, as indicated by the thick lines. Since he had rolled green, he gets to roll again. This roll says he can move right or left, so he moves 1 zone left and eliminates SS-18. Player 1 has to flip his Jedi card over and loses the 2 points from those battle droids. So the score is now 2-2. You keep those battle droids there, because if there's a tie score at the end of the game, then enemies that were eliminated by an eliminated Jedi count towards a tiebreaker. Player number 2 rolls again for the Reek. This time he gets stop thrown. Since there's no Jedi riding the Reek, all that means is that the Reek's turn is over. Player number 1 will move Anakin 6 spaces towards the Reek. You'll also notice that no token can move through another token space, or land on another token space, including the Reek. I noticed I accidentally moved the Reek forward 1 zone while recording this, but it works for a demonstration. Anakin is now in the same zone as the Reek. He doesn't have to be right next to it to attempt to climb on. He can roll the Jedi attack die and attempt to climb onto the Reek. He rolls the lightsaber icon, so now he can ride the Reek. You take his pawn off the base and fit the pawn onto the Reek. On his next turn, he can roll the red die to attempt to move on the Reek. Player 2 moves Barra Sophie adjacent to 2 battle droids and a Geonosian Warrior. She's not directly adjacent to the battle droid in the front. She makes a successful attack against the first one. So now player 2 leads 3-2. She destroys the second one. Now player 2 leads 4-2. She's literally on a roll. Destroys the Geonosian Warrior. And now player 2 is up 5-2. Anakin rolled a good roll on the Reek die. He can move in any of the 4 directions. He moves 1 zone to the right. You can move into any space. He's thrown off on his next roll. You put him back on his base and can place him in any space in the same zone as the Reek. Player 2 moves Shaq T next to 2 Geonosian Warriors. She defeats 1. Player 2 is up 6-2. She defeats the other one. Player 2 is up 7-2. Player 1's Obi-Wan Kenobi starts right next to 2 battle droids. However, he rolls Yoda on the attack die, so he moves the Yoda token 1 space. Player 2's Coleman Trebor also starts next to 2 battle droids, so he will attack them both. However, he also rolls Yoda and moves the token 1 space. Anakin rolls successfully to get back onto the Reek, so once again he puts the pawn back onto the Reek, and his turn is ended. Coleman Trebor attempts another attack, but rolls Yoda yet again, and moves Yoda's token 1 space forward. Here's an overview of the top of the board, where Anakin will attempt to ride the Reek. He rolls a go left or right, so he'll move 1 zone right, and eliminate a battle droid and 2 Geonosian Warriors. So player 1 is now behind just 5-7. He rolls successfully again. The way the Reek is pointing, he'll move back 1 zone and eliminate 2 Geonosian Warriors. This clears out the center of the battle arena. So just like that, player 1 is now tied with player 2 at 7. Anakin rolls a red stop, so he moves the Reek left, then ends his turn, but stays on the Reek. So Nikto Jedi cuts down 1 Geonosian Warrior. Now the score is 8-7. And he cuts down the battle droids. Now player 2 is up 9-7. Kit Fisto gets into the action, moving next to a Geonosian Warrior and battle droid. He slices the Geonosian Warrior in half to slice player 2's lead down 9-8, and does the same to the battle droid, and ties the game at 9. Player number 2 is going to move Jango Fett down 4 spaces to attack Plo Koon. He rolls a black die but comes up empty. Therefore he misses. Plo Koon will now attack Jango Fett. In order to defeat Jango Fett or Count Dooku, you have to roll 2 successive hits. Plo Koon is able to do that. He eliminates Jango Fett, and Jango Fett or Count Dooku are both worth 2 points. So player 2 has made a huge comeback and leads 11-9. Now, if Jango Fett would have rolled a hit, he would have eliminated the Jedi. If he would have rolled the Jedi lightsaber, the printed rules state that he would have missed and would have been defeated. And I think it overrides the regular rule. If you are fighting Count Dooku or Jango Fett, you will need 2 successive hits to defeat them. That's talking about the white Jedi attack die, not the black attack die. So I wanted to explain those rules, but let's get back to the game. Ki-Adi-Mundi springs into action, and he rolls Yoda, so he moves Yoda 1 space forward. Player 1's Obi-Wan Kenobi rolls Yoda for the second time in a row, so he moves Yoda one space closer to landing on Geonosis. Ki-Adi-Mundi, after that practice swing, defeats a battle droid and moves within 1 point of player number 1. He defeats another battle droid. Now the battle is tied, so there's an interesting ebb and flow to this battle. Obi-Wan Kenobi must have booked a conference room with Yoda because he rolls his third Yoda in a row, so he moves Yoda one space closer to Geonosis. You can see at the top of the board, Yoda is basically halfway there. Coleman Trebor will try his luck again. This time strikes down a battle droid. Now player 2 leads by 1. He swings and hits another battle droid. Now player 2 is up by 2. Obi-Wan Kenobi must dig deep and use the Force, and this time he finally strikes down a battle droid. Now it's 12-13. He's back into form, strikes down his second battle droid in a row, and now we're tied. So this is what player number 1's side looks like. And player number 2's on the right. Pretty even. Player number 2 attacks Obi-Wan with Count Dooku. He rolls a hit, and Count Dooku or Jango Fett only need 1 hit to defeat a Jedi. So that's player number 1's second Jedi to be eliminated. He turns Obi-Wan's Jedi card face down, but keeps his defeated battle droids next to him in case there's a tie. However, the score is now 11-13, so Obi-Wan didn't do too well in this game. So Padme will move down here to these battle droids. Her first strike is successful. She eliminates the battle droid, and now the score is 12-13. Her follow-up attempt results in Yoda, so she moves him forward 1 space. He's now 7 spaces away from landing on Geonosis. Shaak Ti moves in to attack 2 Geonosian Warriors and successfully hits the first one. Now player 2 is up by 2. She takes a swing and also rolls Yoda. Yoda is now 6 spaces away. Kit Fisto attempts to clear out these 2 battle droids, hits the first one. Now it's 13-14. And he takes out the second one, and the score is tied again. Nikto Jedi moves in 1 to attack 2 battle droids, and he rolls Yoda, so Yoda is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces away. Plo Koon uses his Jedi speed to run up and attempt a double attack. He strikes down the Geonosian Warrior. Now player 1 is up 15-14. On his second roll, Yoda shows up, so he's 4 spaces away from landing into a tight battle. Coleman Trebor joins the fray in order to take away the battle droid opportunity from Plo Koon. He is successful. That battle droid ties the game again. His follow-up attack is also successful. Player 2 takes the lead. He's adjacent to a third enemy, so he strikes down the battle droid. Now it's 17-15. Plo Koon swings around Coleman Trebor and attacks 2 battle droids. His first hit is successful. Now it's 16-17. However, on his second attempt, Yoda moves 1 step closer to landing. So Ki-Adi-Mundi moves up to the Geonosian Warrior and cuts him down. Player 2 is up 18-16. He's adjacent to a battle droid and strikes him down. Now it's 19-16. So here's player 2 on the right side, compared to player 1 on the left side with 2 Jedi down. So Kit Fisto rushes in to take away scoring opportunities from Shaak Ti. He scores a hit on the Geonosian Warrior. Now it's 17-19. However, Shaak Ti moves forward to attempt 2 attacks. Her first attack against the Geonosian Warrior is successful. That puts player 2 up 20-17. She continues to hit well and takes out the battle droid. Now it's 21-17. Plo Koon rolls to take out this battle droid. He's successful. Now the score is 18-21. Ki-Adi-Mundi sees an opportunity because there's 2 Jedi that are not in the game, so he strikes down 1 battle droid. It's 22-18. He follows up with a Yoda. Now Yoda is 2 spaces away from ending the game. Kit Fisto once again makes a charge, and he takes out this battle droid, and he defeats a game-leading 6 enemies, to bring the score up to 19-22. Ki-Adi-Mundi rolls another Yoda, which isn't bad for player number 2, because it's close to ending the game, while he's in the lead. Padme will attempt to take out this battle droid. She's successful. Now it's 20-22. Ki-Adi-Mundi will try to pad the lead, but he rolls the last Yoda, and Yoda lands on Geonosis, ending the battle and the game. So let's add up the final score. So there was a back and forth lead, but player number 1 dug himself a hole that he couldn't quite get out of. So the final score, player 1 scores 20 points, and player 2 wins with 22 points. Out of all the times I've played it, it usually does end up close. I store everything in these heavy-duty Ziploc bags, which I labeled. I have battle droids in one bag, Geonosian Warriors in another bag, the Jedi cards, the Reek, Yoda, dice, and extra bases fit in another bag, and finally the Jedis, Jango Fett, and Count Dooku. And everything fits just fine back into the box. So I hope you enjoyed this look at Star Wars Jedi Unleashed game from Milton Bradley and Hasbro. Check out my playlist of Star Wars and other collectibles. Please subscribe and click send me updates so you don't miss another interesting video. Once again, thanks for watching.